Hi everybody, hope you are all doing well on what is a very interesting week energetic wise, I would say. What with the Schumann resonance completely spiking, we've had the 555 portal, we've had the solar storm. It's been immense, and I think I'm just coming out of it energy wise, and pushing through sort of the physical symptoms that I've been sort of shifting in. And actually with that in mind and talking and discussing and looking at the physical, I want to sort of discuss what sort of comes up in us on our physical body. Our physical body is telling us a story. So through German New Medicine and what I've studied and what I talk about a lot, what I deal with in my coaching sessions is that the physical body is giving us a sign as to what it is that we need to work on or resolve, what shadows we need to clear, what programs are running. And from our symptoms that we have will lead us on to, when we can research it or we can and narrow it down to the root cause, will lead us into understanding what it is that it's telling us. So I have got an intro to German New Medicine, a free intro that I done a couple of months ago. If you want to receive the intro, please comment below or email me, DM me, for me to send you the link, because it's on my YouTube, but it's on a closed link, so it's not open for everyone to see. But if you wish to have it, then please let me know. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can DM me. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can email me or contact me through my website, www.evolvingsouls.co.uk. So I explain within this intro, which is probably too much for me to go into on an Instagram video, but basically with regards to German New Medicine and Dr. Harmer, who actually discovered this, was a medical doctor. That's the field that he was in. And through his studying and his research, he found that actually every sort of physical symptom, disease, anything that happens with our body physically has initially suffered with a conflict shock. So something that has happened to you that is unexpected has created you to go into conflict in your body while you resolve it. And when you resolve it, in most majority of symptoms and diseases, they will come out in a physical symptom. So when our body is feeling fatigued, headache, physical symptoms might have a cold, a cough. It really all depends on what it is. This comes out when your body is healing. So when our body is, and our consciousness and our psyche has resolved whatever it is that was there, the symptoms are the healing. But obviously that's when a lot of us go into panic, or we've been programmed really to think that that's something wrong, when actually it's the complete opposite. So really we should be welcoming, accepting, bringing in our healing, connecting with what it was that may have triggered these symptoms, and learning to progress with the physical body. So everyone experiences these all different physical symptoms, and a lot of people class them as ascension symptoms, and I do absolutely believe there is a link into ascension symptoms. But the ascension symptom being, everyone is different to everyone, is that you are shifting your consciousness and your beliefs, and you are healing maybe long-standing conflicts or short-standing conflicts, healing them through doing your self-work and your inner work and connecting in and changing your perspective on things. You are healing stuff, and that is where the physical symptoms are coming from. So the headaches always come in healing. So does the fatigue. Our body wants to rest, relax, eat, and just be at one. That's why these physical symptoms come, to force us to rest, relax, eat, connect. And when we are in conflict, we tend to be overthinking, anxiety, feeding all these stories through our head, these programs, and we are in a completely different mindset. And as I say, most of the physical symptoms come when we are in healing. So with this in mind and me talking about German New Medicine, and I talk about it a lot on my workshops and my circles, my one-to-ones, it's something that I'm very, very passionate about. It's completely changed my life health-wise. Before I discovered German New Medicine, I had extreme health anxiety. I thought I was dying, and every physical thing, I was at the doctor's all the time. I got my doctor's notes probably about 6 years ago now, and they were like this thick, and there was loads of them. Doctors probably wonder where I've gone now, because I was obviously going through loads and loads of healings, and I was panicking that there was something wrong with me, which is the program, which is the narrative that we are led to believe. We are led to believe that viruses are alive and that we can catch them, and that is simply untrue. No virus, by the way, has ever been isolated. So all these diseases and bacterias, these infections, this bacteria in the body is there healing you. It's healing the tissue. So, yeah. I mean, this is a completely deprogram from the narrative, from everything that we've always learned and known, unless you have parents that, may be open to this kind of stuff and might have brought you up in a different way. Majority of the worldwide population are being brought up to believe this. Well, maybe not so much in all parts of the world, but definitely in a Western society. We're very leaning into the medical system and what that provides, and it doesn't provide us health. True health comes from within. It doesn't come from without. It doesn't come from outside. It doesn't come from a healer, a therapist, a nutritionist, a doctor, a physio. These are all people that may facilitate some sort of healing, although I beg to differ with the doctor. But, they have their places. However, we therapists and healers, we facilitate the healing. We help you to understand stuff, but ultimately healing comes from within. And I really want to get the message out and teach people about the amazing German New Medicine. And I want to teach you all about about shadows and linking all this together. So fusing the German New Medicine, fusing gene keys, which I love to read, fusing the quantum energy healing, just fusing it all together and trying to show you how we can heal mind, body, soul, and our spirit. So completely healing everything. Does that mean that we will never get a physical symptom again? No. But what it means is when we have these uncomfortable physical symptoms, we can locate where they are coming from, why they are happening to us, and we can transmute them and heal them completely by taking away all tracks, triggers, and anything that's being put in place, any programs, and completely changing your mindset and perspective. So what I've done is I've devised, starting next Friday evening, I am doing a workshop and I am fusing all of this together. And on my first week, there's going to be a 6-week course. On my first week course, we are purely going to be going through self-devaluation conflicts. So a self-devaluation conflict affects the body through muscles, bones, lymph, connective tissue. So any sort of diseases or symptoms that are coming across that are involved in any parts of this part of the anatomy of the body would be a self-devaluation, and different parts of the body will relate to different self-devaluations, and all depending on whether you're left or right handed, again, would donate what type of self-devaluation and who it is related to. So this helps us just pinpoint and get right down to the very, very root cause of them physical uncomfortable symptoms that you have probably been led to believe are a part of something that's wrong. Okay. On the other side, we're going to dig down into the shadows and the programs that relate to the self-devaluation, the low self-worth, the low self-love, the inadequacy that we feel because of the programs running. We're going to dig deep down into the crux of what is causing these issues. Now, just from my own practice and friends and family, it's very, very common to have body aches, muscle aches, bad neck, bad arm, leg. There's so many issues going on with the body and people feeling exhausted, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, is it? I don't know. I'm not very good at pronouncing words. But anyway, these kind of body ache symptoms are very, very common, and it is because as a population, as we are led, we are programmed, we are put into this matrix and led to believe that we are not worthy through schooling, through parenting, through friends, and we need to change this narrative now. We need to move through and change the narrative of what is happening so we can put it out to the future generations. Can you imagine a whole generation of people understanding what is happening with our bodies, rather than having to run off to the medical system and, you know, be cut, peeled, you know, whatever it is that they want to do, there's never a solution, you know. And I will just sort of touch on food and nutrition as well right now. So obviously when we eat good food, we feel good. And if we feel good, it then ripples into our consciousness, and it stops us from reacting maybe or overreacting when things happen, because we're feeling good. So we're not absorbing as many shocks because we're more in the flow. So eating good food definitely assists you on a level of how it feels on your body and your mind. It does not cause disease. It does not. Or cancers. And again, this is something I've had a lot of kickback from people. They don't want to listen. But what I'm saying is, obviously eating good food is good for you. When I eat bad food, like for instance, the other week I was at a shopping centre and I just had some Chinese from the food hall because I was starving, and all I had was rice and curry. And usually I wouldn't eat this type of stuff. And I did, and I'm not joking, within half an hour, I crashed. My body felt awful. I felt ill. I had a clouded head. So I definitely understand that food has an impact on how we feel. It creates and is a part of our journey. And, you know, we eat bad food, we'll feel bad. But I don't restrict myself from wanting something if I want it, because I feel that can cause more issues on a biological level through conflicts of not being able to eat something. So it might cause a morsel conflict in my throat, or I might feel I'm starving myself, so it might cause me liver problems, or etc. So I'm very open-minded about food and nutrition, and I have had over the years of my awakening times when I have gone completely healthy, clean eating, organic, no sugar, and I felt called to do that. And then I may change my mind. I may change my mind on a weekly, daily basis of what I eat, and I have no expectations of food and diet. I just try to eat what feels good to me, and if I feel like I want to eat some chocolate or, you know, whatever, I will do, you know, that's what I will do, and I won't beat myself up after it. So on that note, because I'm going to have to go because my Instagram video will run out and it won't let me post, but I have a workshop starting next Friday. I have put the details below, and if you go on to, you can either DM me and pay by bank transfer or PayPal, and it is £11 a session, pay as you go. So you can drop in each week at £11. This week we'll be covering self-devaluations, and the following week it will be different conflicts. You can drop me a DM and you can pay me via PayPal or bank transfer, or alternatively I can send you the link for the event on my website. But all details will be below, and you can also pop on to my link in my bio on Instagram, which will lead you onto my website, which has got all the information about me and what I do there. So anyway, guys, have a really, really great weekend, because Friday tomorrow. So just enjoy the weekend. I've got a circle coming up with some wonderful ladies. I'm really looking forward to that. And I hope to see whoever is interested to join me next week. If you want a free intro to GNM video that I've done, DM me, contact me from my website, and I will send that across to you straight away. If you're watching this on YouTube, my Instagram is Quantum Leigh. Okay, Leigh. Speak to you soon, guys.